Well, hello and welcome to really day 28 of 30. Holy moly. So, day 28 of 30. If you have joined me on any of these calls, I have the deepest thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The world of the world of Zoom, the world of TikTok, the world of Instagram, the world of YouTube, the world of Facebook. You just talk and you share. I share what it is, my experience, my strength, my hope. And with all of that, gifting it, hoping that it resonates for someone, if not some people, lots of people, like so that you don't have to go through the struggles and so forth that maybe I did, and I can share how I got through that. So, my thank you. If you have watched, if you've showed up. Um, Facebook, Instagram, all those, it is just a busy, busy place. It is such a busy place. So I was thinking about that today. Was thank you so much for showing up for you, but showing up for me so that we can actually be a contribution to one another. Contribution is not just giving and not just getting. It's just allowing the flow, the energetics of me to show up, and those who show up can receive it. So thank you. But that was not the topic today. It's day 28 of 30. And right before this afternoon, I posted something that was like, I was just curious. Do you do a New Year's resolution? Yes or no, or something else? And it looks like it's more in the nose right now. So just keep on posting, answering the questions in the poll, because I'm just curious. Again, that's not totally the topic, but it was like, I wonder, that used to be such a big thing, and I don't set them. If I'm in motion where I'm at right now and things are working and things are expanding and things are manifesting and showing up, I'm just going to keep doing what it is that I'm doing. Okay, so it's not that I had a start date. It's just going to keep rolling into what it is that I'm being and creating right now. So the topic, it has like three titles for today's call. The first one I said, and then I changed it, and then I changed it again, was, do you trust yourself with follow through? Do you trust yourself with follow through for yourself? That's like the first thing I want you to think about for today. And then I'm also inviting you all, I wrote down here, are you ready to review, release, identify, and claim ease for 2024? I have a class that I'm offering. It's this Saturday, the 6th, at 9 a.m. my time, PST, but of course it's recorded for you, but it's a workshop. So if you can get yourself there, we are literally going to go through an hour and a half of what I kind of have planned of what it's going to, what we can do to review what our year looked like, who we were being, how we were showing up, and then releasing that. That's the important part that I would like to get across, is that, and I'll share more of that in the call, that, if we don't release what was, we just continue to bring up the past, It's the energetics of the past. And then we try to outcreate that from that old space, and then identify and then claim. So it's a $37 call, values $300. Okay, so yeah. So just click the link and so forth. Okay, so do you trust yourself with follow through? And if you did, or you didn't, or you have, or you haven't, and all of that, all the projections and expectations, and then all of the the shame and the blame and all this yucky, yucky low vibrant, spin out the word, Lene, low vibing energy. I'll just throw it out that way. Um, we need to destroy and uncreate that. We need to clear from that so that you can show up for whatever it is that you would like to have in 2024. Okay, we're going to do that in that class. And that's probably one of the biggest things I find with working with women. Um, period. I mean, that's, yeah, is where I mean, there's just so many places it shows up for people where you said you were going to do something, but you didn't do it. And you said you were going to do something and then you didn't do it. So there's so much we could talk about that as when you say you're going to do something, are you doing it and saying you're doing it because you think you should be? Are you doing it because based on your points of view of other people's points of views and opinions that you should be doing it? I used to see that so much in my career prior to coaching full time in Mary Kay Cosmetics for 22 years as a top sales director, is women would get in the trap of saying that they were going to do something, become something, but they never really, if they really got honest with themselves, they really weren't willing to do what it was required to get there. And here's what I wanted to say with that. I want to say there's no shame in that. And that's interesting how that awareness of that word comes up, shame being one of the lowest energies that you can just run your life at. But that's like such an old shame. There's no shame in it. There's nothing in any of it. It's just a choice. You either choose or you don't choose. But most of us don't know that we have that choice. It's either like, I'm going to do this, and then you don't do it, and then you beat yourself up, and then you have shame all about it. Or you learn to have the energetic power of you to say, I'll either choose it or I won't choose it, but I'm not going to sit in the middle. That's the greatest gift I can give to any of my clients. And it is to have that space of you master your own energy of like not sitting in the middle of anything. Just either I'm going to choose it or I'm not going to choose it. Because when you don't choose something, that's what you're choosing. Okay. Sometimes I talk and it's like, what did she just say? But it doesn't matter because we're just filtering through that. When you don't choose something, that's what you choose. So that was my first question for today is, do you trust yourself with follow through? Okay. I could keep going on that topic forever. I learned a tremendous amount of follow through. I mean, I'm kind of a master at it. I truly am. And mine goes back to starting in my recovery 32 years ago, 31. I'm a loss. I'm not good with dates and times, so please don't ever hold me to them. Is it 32 years? That I learned that I had to make a choice every single day to show up for me. Because if he didn't show up for me, I had a choice, either show up for me or don't show up for me, drink or don't drink, choose or don't choose, share or don't share. Say I was going to do something and do it. Say I was going to do something and not do it. I learned so much of that, but truly the master part that I have is that when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And so I have a tremendous amount of trust in myself. Even committing to something like 20, 30 days of straight calls. There was a few days I didn't do it because of the holidays. And I know that's not easy for everybody. But that's something that that you can have with practice. It's something you can be if you let go and learn how to let go of all the other places that you have negative. What are the words I'm trying to say? I'm like lacking because there's so many topics I want to talk about in this one thing. It's like, what if we were able to clear all the places that you didn't show up for yourself? Like we can do that. Okay. That we look at the energy of who you are being, how you're holding on to that, how you're bringing that into your present, and what can we do from the future out here so that all of that places that you didn't trust yourself doesn't exist. It's now about what are you going to choose right now, right in front of you. and either choose it or don't choose it and have so much fun and have so much space with that. So that was like the first topic for today's call. Let me make sure I wrap that all up. Because I kind of went on the tangent a little bit about learning how to show up for me. Sometimes in our lives, it's, it can be a life or death situation. It's not a life or death situation for me to show up for me today. That's not true. Everything that is, I'm going to destroy and uncreate that. Okay. Everything I just said. In the past, it had much more of a ping on it. Like my choices were very narrow. You either do this or that. Today, my choices are humongous and they're limited, unlimited. But I learned how to show up for me by that. So for the call on Saturday, this Saturday, we're going to look at, are you ready to review who you be last year without any judgment and release that, whether it was good or bad, whatever, just release. We're stuck in that space. 2, identify what it is that you're going to be choosing for and asking for in the next, however, if you want to go weeks out, want to go months out, I have an upcoming class. It's 6 weeks. I just started my 12-week course, which I really work with my advanced women who have worked with me a bit. We just started that again today. And then to claim, to have ease in 2024. How's it getting better than that? So let me see. What else do I want to add to that? So if you haven't shown up for yourself in the past and you don't trust yourself, that was one of the things I was saying, is that is a big one for most of everybody. I mean, that really goes back. Here we are, and that's why I asked the question about, have you done a resolution? And those used to be big, but then we realized that the amount of people who set their New Year's resolutions, I should know those numbers are humongous, who don't follow through. But you know what? I couldn't follow through for myself and master that unless I had had somebody who was holding me accountable, that I had asked to be in my life. And at that time, it was sponsorship. It was a therapist. It was, and that's advancing years. And now I have my coaches, people that I have committed to, that I will show up. And how does it get any better than that too? So again, if you have not in the past shown up for yourself after you said you would do something, were you trying to do it alone? It's really hard to do some of the stuff, to reprogram, to have a new habit, to up level your habits. Up level those habits when you're trying to do it by yourself. It's really hard. You really have to be a master of your own energetics and your own, to be able to really take yourself to that place. That's my experience. So anyway, there we go. So with that, align to manifest, and my energy of where I am just continuing to be doing what I'm doing is, I have 3 things that I have been working on for the last 6 months, is just to continue to heal my body and to expand my business and to increase my revenues. And then I had my human design done. If you've ever had yours done, I had mine done. It's a powerful thing. And that my human design is a vessel of love. And when I heard that, I'm like, I'm not a vessel of love. That's not something that fits me. And everybody looks at me and goes, that's exactly who you are. And I'm like, no, it's not. So I'm actually having to own that for myself, that that's actually my human design, is I am that space of love. I'm a vessel of love. And I'm like, that is the weirdest thing. But so anyway, human design is a really cool thing to have done, to learn more about yourself. So that's it. Day 29 tomorrow, and then 30 will actually be on Saturday. So how does that just perfectly unfolded? Exactly. So the links are all over here. I'd love to have you on Saturday for the 1.5 hour call, $37 investment for you to literally look and review, to release, identify, and then claim what it is that you're choosing and what you're going to have and what you're going to receive for these upcoming 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 3 months, 9 months, year, all that good stuff. All right. Again, thank you for tuning in. Write your comments, say hello. Bye.